Let's go. All right, here we are at Rolling Sevens. This is Sharptank, Las Vegas. This is how we do things here. We just wanted to go basically talk to you guys about what is Sharptank, sports betting, and what we have going. So we have a Facebook group on, obviously, Facebook group. Facebook, basically, what am I trying to say here? Closed group called Sharptank. We are on Instagram. You can basically look us up at Sharptank 101. And today I am Choco Loco here to basically talk to you about a few things that we do in the Sharptank. Because as you guys see that they're building a lot of sports books all over the states. And, basically where is everyone going to go? A lot of people are going to the casino. Perception is everything when it comes to sports betting. It's a huge thing for us. I do have a big team from people all over the world: New Zealand, North Carolina, Ohio, Texas, San Diego, just people all over the world that I built a rapport with over the last, I want to probably say 7 to 10 years. And, we bounce information off of each other and track a lot of data: first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, first half, second half, full games, over-unders, against the spread, team totals, everything under the sun. And, just wanted to basically, just talk to you guys about a few things. And, everybody on the social media platforms, Facebook and things like that, they know that I specialize in second halves. And a lot of people say, well, why second half? Because I get a lot of guys that hit me up and they ask me about full games and, what do you feel about this? And I can kind of give you just a little bit overview of, how I feel about full games. But I kind of feel like those lines are there for a reason. And as you guys saw, a lot of lines push. You get guys that go in, they'll lay $1,000 on the game, and, the game will end up, +7, and the line was -7. So very important that you, cap different books. The Las Vegas, we have station casinos here, and, normally they show the juice, which is attached to the line. I'll break that down in a second. So -7. Right? So if they hang a -7 on the line, they have to hang some vig. -110 is the standard line. Some places, if you really, shop right, you can get some -105s as well. So capping books is very important. There's a variety of books, all from, obviously overseas and offshore, that are better lines than Vegas. So, but if you can cap both of those and Vegas, you can find some edge. Sharptank does, there we go. All right, Sharptank does contests Monday night, Thursday night, and Sunday night, primetime games. We do a $100 contest for the final score. I normally post that on my Facebook wall. We're going to be posting that on the Sharptank Instagram now. And like I said, you can follow us on Twitter at Sharptank_Choco. I'll be posting a lot of plays there, mostly second halves, of course. And just to walk you through a second half, because a lot of people ask me, it's probably the number one question that I get and I am asked in my inbox all the time is, what do you see during the second half? Okay. So I'm just going to walk through two of the, to me, or the, I always call these ones, if a bet's not worth 10,000, you probably shouldn't put money on it, but these are games, and there are certain games throughout the season that pop off to me, and I call them godly calls, and Vegas pretty much shows their hand when these happen. So Boston played against the Bucks. I think they were playing at Boston. Okay, they were down 16 going into halftime. Okay, now let's just keep that in perspective. Down 16 going into halftime. The second half line was -3. Boston came back, covered their -3 second half, and they won by 11. So if you can do a little math, right, you put 16 on top of 11, that's 27 points. So a team that was down 16 at half came back and covered a second half -3 line, and they won by 11. To me, that's a pretty godly call. Shout out to Nancy, shout out to Jay, and a few guys in the OGM Sharptank chat that basically was able to look at that and call that out. And the next one would be the Lakers last night against the Bulls. Okay, Lakers were -7 full game. They were down a lot going into the half. The score is 48-65. Okay, Vegas hung a -9.5 line. If you guys can do a little bit of homework, they came back, they covered the line, but they didn't cover the full game spread. So basically what I'm telling you is there's a lot of full game spreads push, and they lose by the hook depending on what side you're on, but you have to find your middle. And middling is a big thing when it comes to sports. It's a huge deal. I'll give you guys another example. The 49ers played the Redskins at Redskins. The score was 0-0 going into halftime. Full game line was -8. Closing line was -10. They end up winning by 9. So if you got +9, +10, or if you got the 8.5, you actually won on the minus side. But if you got the plus side on the +9 and the +10, you have a really great middle there, okay? Second half line came out. Again, the score was 0-0 going into half. Second half line was -6.5. Who's going to turn around and bet -8, 49ers? And then who's going to turn around and bet -6.5 second half with them being 0-0 against the Washington Redskins? Those are the things you need to keep in mind when it comes to second halves. And 49ers covered the -6.5 second half line. So, again, those are things that we look out for. We look for great spots. We look for, really good teams that we know that come out slow. And, personnel has a little bit to do with it. We don't really pay attention to the jersey numbers and things like that. It's more of numbers. And I'm okay with, just like I said, just dying with the numbers at the end of the day. Right, wrong, win, lose, or draw, as I always say. It's because you have to go back and, see how you lost. There's a lot of bad beats and things like that, bad flags and, in football and bad, sometimes, I don't want to say bad officiating, just officials that miss a few things, and it kind of comes back and haunts the team in the end. So, especially, if a line is -1.5 and the team ends up winning by 1. So, things like that. The Rams game, they were -1.5. They end up winning by 1. So the +1.5 was, good value on that line. So, just keep that in perspective. And like I said, we'll be posting a lot of first quarters, a lot of first halves. We do a teaser every, Monday night, Thursday night, Sunday night. And we're starting to do an open money line parlay. So basically what that is, for those who don't know what that is a money line parlay is an open parlay. Okay, and not open money line parlay. Let's just say an open parlay, because a lot of you books don't have it. This is why I tell you guys all the time, you need to book shop. You need to shop around. You need to find some local books. You need to find some bookies that have these things, because it's a very valuable tool. Vegas doesn't offer team totals in a lot of places. So, if you do get team totals on the book, that's very important, because you can just solely go off averages. I did it a lot during baseball season. I've been talking about it for years now, especially when we had the full game guys open. And obviously, we're posting that information inside of the Sharptank. You can take 5 games and let's say, I don't know, the Oakland A's or, Houston Astros. Every 5 games, you just take the average run scored, and you divide by 5, and that gives you a number. Okay, so if you do the first 5 games, right? Let's say they scored 3, 4, and they scored 10, and then they score, 6, and then they score 11 runs. You would divide all those, but divide it by 5. That'll give you an average run over the last 5 games. And again, just do this in increments of 5, because I think that's what I've been seeing over the years that is the most consistent and the most profitable. So basically what you do is you take the average score, divide by 5, that gives you a number. You match it up with the 6th game, right? Because you just did the math on the first 5 games. The 6th game, you divide it by 5, it gives you an average run. Okay, you take that number and you do the same thing to the opposing team. And then you match that with the money line, or match that with the over-under. Okay, obviously there's a little bit more that goes into it. You have to cap your book. You have to know where the juice is, and things of that nature. Following certain lines like -145, +125, how those work with certain numbers as well. And that's what we do. We track all this data, and we just try to figure out Vegas. Vegas is very sharp. Master of masters. I've seen some unreal things over the last few years. Golden State Warriors down 20 at Dallas, -13 full game spread. Again, down 20 at Dallas. They came back. They covered the -11 or -12 second half spread and the full game spread. So again, it goes back to what I just told you about the Lakers and the Boston second half. Those are really godly calls. When a team's down 20 and they can come back and win by 14, I mean, that's an unbelievable run. Obviously, they had KD. They were the best third quarter team. Over the last, I want to say, few years, the third quarter with the Golden State Warriors have been unreal hot. And I think the Lakers are starting to heat up right now, and the Denver Nuggets. So those are the things we'll be posting up. We'll be posting a lot of things on social media to kind of let you guys know what's going on. I'll give you guys another stat that I got from a source on Twitter. The Cavs, when Kevin Love is the highest scorer, the Cavs are now 0-12-1. They pushed yesterday. So obviously they pushed on the line, full game line yesterday against Boston. But yeah, keep that in mind. So when Kevin Love is the highest scorer on the team, the Cavs are 0, which means they haven't won a game, 12-1. All right. So that's one of the stats that we've been tracking. I've been keeping track of it, and we'll be, again, giving you guys a lot of trendy, hot trends so you guys can kind of just follow. Again, we're not telling you what to do, what side to bet. We're just telling you, hey, here's the data. You pick the side what you want. This is what we've been tracking, and, you can use for your own sources and things like that. So, like I said, I do have a data team that spends a whole lot of time, after work, doing work and tracking some things while I'm out doing the things that I need to do to keep all the platforms up and running. And so like I said, I gave you guys all the social media platforms you guys can follow us on. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to email us, sharptank101@gmail.com. And like I said, we do have a Twitter at Sharptank_Choco. You can find me on Facebook, Choco Loco. Just type it in. Pretty sure I'm probably one of a few there. So, and that's pretty much it. We're going to wrap this up, and, we appreciate you guys tuning in. Appreciate Rolling Sevens, CP Photos, my boy Chris, and things of that nature. And, those guys been holding us down. And anytime you guys come to Las Vegas, you need camera work done, you need makeup work done, you guys understand that we are the source. You let us know. I have a person for everything that you need when you land in Las Vegas. I have a number for everything. So if you don't stand for something, you will fall for everything. And if it doesn't add value to your life, you probably need to subtract it. I'm out. Choco, Sharp Tank.